Hello everyone, this is Fenris Lycon. We're here for another game of Surviving Mars, and that's Shadow, of course. We, in the last episode, started the Wildfire, and I have noticed our guru is infected with both dust sickness and infected. So I think we wanted to get a quarantine going. So let's build a micro dome. Put this a little bit back, I think. Or let's just get our barrel dome first. That way we make sure we can get both. Right here. We move you. And we'll move all of our infected people into the microdome. I don't even think we want to even connect it with a passage. Just because it's... Oh, you just do it right here. Temporary connection. So they can't even, the guru can't even leave the dome and infect other people. So we'll set up a quarantine. I also think I want to get more of the moisture vaporators down. 2 fit on a rocket. Okay. We'll launch you over. Or a supply pod. We'll speed things up. We almost are through this cold wave. And the scary part too for this event is
resources are
it's gonna take just so much. So nice it gets turned off automatically. It's gonna take so much research. So we might want to get one more research lab down. Get the supply pod down, scrap it for a little bit of metal. We do have a lot of work slots here. And actually here too, but we don't have the space unless we get rid of some of the decoration for recreation. And it looks like we're kind of overloading those buildings right now. So we don't want to do that. Excellent. I guess we don't have the spare people right now. So let's get kind of our... Whoops. Hey. Let's get 2 living complexes. And we'll just have people here that don't really do anything. It's just, I'm trying to rotate, not the buildings, not my screen. Diner. And we'll encourage, well, we'll wait until the buildings are done. And then we'll encourage our infected people to move in here. Typhoid Mary? Should definitely give that her name. So new passengers. I don't remember if those are tourists or workers. We could actually use the workers, so we'll see.
Sector scanned. New colonists have arrived.
Alright, so those are workers. So we have spare ones. Let's get another research lab down. Come on, I keep doing that today for some reason. My hands are a little bit off.
Resources are low.
Oh, we actually are low on concrete. Get a dumping site over here too. Oh man, we're really low on concrete. We might want to import it. We also definitely need to get our vapor moisturizers down. We're running out of space to actually place these. I think that should be fine. Now we're water positive, but we're not. Okay, at night we're not looking great on power, it looks like. But we have batteries, so that's fine. It won't be fine when we have another cold wave. How are we looking at meat? Okay, we're having cows come in. Oh, we're actually short on water during the day.
We have a food shortage.
Really? I wonder. Yeah, it's just in this building.
Funding received. Anomaly found.
So we have a rocket back. Let's get more passengers. Do we want tourists? I kind of want scientists. There's not that many. And engineers. Yeah, we'll take tourists right now. And was there a planetary we want to go for? Resources aren't bad. Breakthrough's nice. And we have the scientists for it. Let's see one more breakthrough. I mean, breakthroughs.
Our colonists are starving.
Yeah. It's just the food hasn't been delivered. Right, you guys are.
Resources are low.
Within range. Yeah, it's getting delivered now. We definitely need to open up the shifts. And we want infected people. Let's apply that. Have our little quarantine dome. Wireless power. Didn't we already have that? Did we have something very similar? Huh. Yeah, we definitely have plenty of food. It's just moving it around. So we might want to consider a grudge. Commander? Oh, right. This is the people who kind of one of the corporations. Commander, we know who our sabotage were. With high confidence, our agents has reached the conclusion that Blue Sun Corporation is to blame. As things stand right now, we have no way of retaliating. However, we've mustered up a long-term plan through which we have, should the opportunity ever arise, we may get payback. I think this can destroy them.
You're listening to Mars
let's do it. They hit us.
Oh. Radio host choice with the best radio voice.
One of the radio hosts.
Resources are low. Sector scanned.
Just for fun, we have the money. You know, there's a pandemic going on, so why not kind of hit people together? Oops. Okay, that is not a real thing of metal. Our quarantine dome will just be, they work to...
Resources are low.
We'll have extra people and they can just be unemployed. I think that will be fine. We can open up shifts here too. We can, yeah, let's have them work harder too during the day. And we'll get you turned around to Earth once you're loaded with fuel. Oh no, wildfire again.
Face it. We cannot stop the infection.
Oof.
No matter what we do, it keeps spreading across the colony like a wildfire. Hence the name we've given it.
All attempts to isolate the sources have failed. We can assume that the virus is traveling all across our life support and maintenance circuits. The only way to stop is to turn off all systems, but this would be a death sentence for the colonists. We've run out of options. don't despair, we'll find an option. One that will be very expensive research-wise. Alright, let's get you back to Earth. Have we missed any anomalies? Nope. Oh, wait, yes we have. Although, no, we're gonna save that for when we hit the breakthrough for fixing the wildfire. We need more storage. Oh, we've lost one more milestone. Man, Space Y is really upping the population very fast. We'll probably lose the other one of 1,000. That's fine. We're not doing this really for the milestones. It's more for fun. And we kind of knew we were going to struggle to hit a bunch of these milestones. Okay. We pretty much, I think, gathered most of the resources on the map so far. Yeah, there's just like little tiny
sector scanned
things all around. We can bring our commander back. Okay, we're continuing the wildfire.
The worst has happened. Wildfire has infected Earth. It was on board a rocket which returned to Earth, and somehow it breached through all decontamination measures.
We have pretty happy music for this too. The infected personnel at the landing site deteriorated within hours of contracting the infection, and the medics couldn't help them. This doesn't match our medical records, as wildfire takes much more time to develop here on Mars. We suspect a form of rapid mutation to the changes in the environment. The rocket landing site has been put under quarantine, and the authorities have been informed. We can only pray that they manage to prevent the infection from spreading further. We now have to manage a infection level on Earth. It is currently on contained. If it reaches extinction level, the population on Earth will be obliterated. We have to discover a cure and supply Earth with it. Did we actually get the breakthrough? No. So we don't even have the research yet. We have more workers from Earth.
Resources are low.
No.
New colonists have arrived.
Oh, they're mostly tourists. That's actually pretty good because we don't have the workers for it, and we have a lot of extra. We'll open up more machine parts. The other thing we can start thinking of too is potentially putting another farm down. That we're definitely gonna need it, and I think I'm gonna put it down. Hey, why am I doing this today? Always rotating. We'll close it off and just let the soil quality go up a little bit. See, let's move you on the other side. You only have one drone, but you can kind of help service the infected zone, our quarantine zone. And we'll send you to, I think, pick up the resources. Get you going. We technically have a lot of food, but now we're gonna turn you off. The building has to be on. Okay, no. Stop working here. Just need to close all the workspaces. It looks like the guru ended up dying, which is fine. Good riddance to our
Anomaly analyzed.
nice bunch of polymers. We actually have quite a bit, but that is a valuable trade item. Yeah, we need more drones. We also need to get more water down. Just don't have any good spots for it.
Funding received.
Put you down here. We have the rocket. Man, we've almost taken everyone we can. Take a few off. Yeah, just get more workers. Especially skilled ones. And we're really just waiting for the technology to be able to do that. We also could consider expanding our power grid. Yeah, we need more moisture vaporizers. Let's get them from Earth in case something happens to Earth. We might want one more resupply rocket too. Electronics is another thing we can't deal without.
Welcome back to Mars Official Radio. Due to the dynamic and irregular environment in schools, I was dissatisfied working as a teacher. Instead, I went back to the university and studied astrophysics. Physics is the science of matter, its motion, and its behavior in space and time. Astrophysics is the science of things like dark matter, a form of matter that neither emits nor reflects electromagnetic radiation. We don't know if it really exists, but it helps us explain the irregular movements of galaxies. It obviously doesn't get rid of all irregularities. After a little talk, it's time for a little music. That's regular.
Nice little information. It is kind of cool. Alright. This is another kind of math related thing for dark matter. So the reason why we think space is more or less close to Euclidean space. So where parallel lines exist and they never meet. So that's kind of the definitions of Euclidean space, and as far as we can measure, that seems to be true. But there's not enough matter and stuff in the universe to kind of make that happen, and there's should be more than we see. Paranoid, hard at work in your office, you decide to check your mail to only see suddenly accumulation of 200 unread messages. Spam mail being rare curiosity on Mars, who are for the New World Order. You suddenly get quite nervous after reading through the first couple of mails. You begin to calm down. Some scientists believe they are being followed wherever they go. They believe they get kidnapped by our rival agents. That, I mean, we already got sabotaged, so that is something to be worried about. Because of the sensitive nature research they're working on, scientists would like to boost security inside the domes, as they feel shadow actors will make their moves. Yeah, we'll tighten up security. I don't know what you're gonna have to have us do, but... Oh no, she's back. Why did these get... Huh, I don't know what happened. I didn't... Well, she's back. How did we not... She's a senior.
Resources are low.
Put you on lower priority. We're about to get a giant amount of food. There we go, from our farms. But sorry, so we...
Dust storm approaching.
That's a little scary. We don't have tons of water stored up. Yeah, we do not. We should definitely get another one of these down. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. At least I'm consistent. Do something like this. Alright, yeah, sorry. Euclidean space, parallel lines never meet. But there's actually two other forms of space. And what's funny is the other forms of space were discovered because in geometry you have like, and actually in all four fields of math, you have postulates which you have to kind of accept to build off of. So these are things you have to accept. And one of them is parallel lines. But it felt like it's the fifth postulate of geometry, Euclidean geometry specifically. But very early on, mathematicians felt like you should be able to prove it. It shouldn't be a postulate. You should be able to prove it from the other four to derive it. So, what one of the mathematicians did was he's like, fine, I'm going to prove it through cases. I'm going to assume parallel lines always meet. You can't have parallel lines. If you have two parallel lines, they'll always end up meeting. And so he goes on, and the math ends up working out.
Sector scan.
And he founds a new form of geometry. It ends up being, yeah, that's what I was afraid of, not having enough water. It is not a long dust storm. We're kind of lucky on that front. But we're just gonna have to be a little. I should have turned
resources are
our
low.
fuel refineries off. But he discovers like a new branch of geometry, and considers it's spherical geometry. It's, if you look at the globe, the news came today. 10 of our scientists didn't show up when the callers tried to contact them. They didn't answer, and their homes were vacant. No signs of struggle, and any shared reason behind the disappearance can be found. You sit at your desk, blinking at the wall. If only. Oh wait, I did say increase the security. I guess I had to actually build security buildings. Didn't really say anything though. But the spherical geometry is what you get when you draw lines on a globe. The only way you get parallel lines is if it's actually like they don't meet. They're not parallel. You have to actually curve them.
New colonists have arrived.
Latitude lines are like that. They all curve, and where longitude go all around, but they all kind of meet. So parallel lines always meet. All right, we had people, a rocket. I do want a cargo rocket.
Resources are low.
I want to get more electronics. We can't make this. I also want to get more drones, but we can't move things around. Oh, that's all of our money. I'm gonna focus more on the drones. Yeah, I think that's fine. We'll get a little bit more once we get the rockets. So that's one. And the other one is parallel lines, they will move further apart. So parallel lines, I don't know, I think I said it poorly. Like they say the same distance in Euclidean. Well, if you assume that they always go away. Oh, a breakthrough. Do we care? Like, we're never going to be able to research it. We'll let that one go. That the parallel lines will move further apart. And you get hyperbolic space, where it's like this weird space where if you have like in the center, like here, and you like space, there's less space towards the center of hyperbolic space than there is away from it. So as you move out, there's more space like in between, and to like the shortest line ends up being curved because it's shorter to like go towards the center where there's less space. So if you think here it's very flat and here it's very hilly, and it gets hillier and hillier into like giant mountains as you go further away. So it's easier to go into the flat ground to kind of go. And so the like straight lines, they curve. They all kind of curve inwards, and that's how you get the hyperbolic. And so he ends up going like, you actually do need that fifth postulate to get the geometry. And he inadvertently discovered a few more fields of mathematics. Which I think is kind of cool. Okay.
The wildfire virus is spreading on Earth at an alarming rate. threatening entire populations all over the globe.
The
Grim prediction is that soon the entire population of the planet will be affected.
Scientists on Earth are desperately trying to discover a solution, but so far in vain. The virulence of the local strain is so high that sampling and transporting infected material is a death sentence. The nanoscopic size of the agent makes containment equally hard. Biological filters fail to stop it effectively, threatening the safety of any laboratory. No, don't come on, Sam. The only solution to analyze the original strain, the one we have on Mars, in order to find the cure. Time is running short.
We have a soundtrack just right for the blue sunset light.
Well, good you're quick. We have very important news. Mars news host. Meanwhile, the third world countries are in a state of panic as the wildfire strikes the poorest countries, which is kind of unfortunate what's happened with us with COVID. Waves of refugees flee the affected regions, and many resource operations are simply abandoned by scarce personnel. The market feels the hunger of raw resources, and multiplied demands have been filed for imports from Mars. We have reached the epidemic state. The export prices have been increased for the next 15 sols, but we don't really have a way to export anything. Grave news, so we have to hurry. We still don't have the technology we need. I think I'm going to leave us off here. That was a kind of good end with the next wildfire. We've just hit 105 souls. And I think it was good that we spent our money. So, without further ado, this is Furnace Lycon and Shadow signing off.